forgot to record it.
Because you
Life
were
happens.
mine.
Next thing you know, we have a new video. So,
Because you
I
were
have no idea what my
mine.
brain does. Let's see. Second birthday just
One day
happened.
you're next to me. When I
February
rise
14th.
to memories, you
My
brought
husband's
out
birthday
the
was
best
January
in
15th.
me.
And in my family, we always did like a week-long birthday kind of a deal. And I know that's not really something that a lot of people do, but we've always just kind of done birthday weeks. And so, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I wanted to share with you what I got for my 48th birthday. Because, so many blessings in the form of a loss. And of course, birthdays aren't just about things that you get. I got to spend the entire day with my husband, which was fabulous. We got to have an amazing dinner, and we just got to spend time together, which is like so amazing because usually the little snippets of time that we get is spent working together, and that's usually at the shop or, you know, doing those adulting type things where you're running around getting groceries. So it was just really nice to spend the day together and to go do something that we both love doing, which is thrift shopping. We love hitting the antique shops, the antique malls. We got to hit a couple of estate sales. So for us, that's a huge plus. And so that's what we got to do for our birthday weekend. Now, I call it our birthday weekend, but the reality is that he always spoils the crap out of me. So it was more or less my birthday weekend. But he did get a couple of new pieces of uranium glass, and not because I didn't try to find more pieces, it's just it's harder to find, which is one of the reasons why uranium glass is more expensive than milk glass. Even though most of the milk glass companies, or the companies that made milk glass, notice I call them milk glass companies, also made uranium glass or Vaseline glass. So anyway, let's see. So yeah, so I turned 48 on January 14th, and it's, for me, birthdays are, I love my birthdays. I always have. I don't know why. I know a lot of people get to a certain age and they start like trying to like subtract numbers and years or whatever, but never really my thing. Every year you get older is a blessing because not everybody gets to grow older. So for me, my father passed away when he was 40. So for me, every year is a celebration. So that being said, I'm going to share with you what I got for my 48th birthday and a couple of extra things because it's me. So let's see. Oh, where to begin? So one of the first stops that we made, I actually got these two, and these are Tiara glass, and they're darling, and they actually came with the greenery. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can see. How cutesy tootsy are those? They did come with like these little candles. I think they call them chime candles, kind of. They were actually, I have chime candles, and they were actually a little bit smaller than that, but still bigger than a birthday candle, so like right in between. I mean, you can see the hole isn't very big. I mean, it's probably like, you know, for reference, my fat finger. But yeah, super cute. And the little candle wreathy thing was on them, and you know how crazy I'm about vintage Christmas. So I'll show you. If I can pop this one off. There we go. But that's what they look like. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? They're so tiny and they're just, I love them. And so we actually got these at an estate sale for like, I think it was like $1, to be honest with you. And it was for the pair, so I was super excited about that. Let's see. We then hit an antique mall, and okay, so I really want to start filming in actual antique shops for you so you can see all the different things and what we have available here in Oklahoma City area. And we have a lot of antique shops and antique malls. We are definitely blessed in that department. And that's one of the reasons why I think milk glass for me is not terribly expensive, is because there's so many antique shops. However, that being said, I will show you at the end the one piece I bought that's probably, well, my husband bought it for me because I wasn't gonna get it. I was like really irritated with the girl working the counter. And I think it was the owner, but anyhow, I digress. But anyway, and I will show you the piece that he bought for me that I wasn't gonna get, but that I really, really wanted because it matches two other things I have. And so I was like, and it was Westmoreland, and you know how I get. Okay, so anyway, back to the other antique shop. So we went to another antique mall, and one of the first pieces I spotted was this one. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of a history on this one because I had to look it up. I could not find it. And the pattern is not reminiscent of anything that I had seen and I couldn't remember seeing. So I was like, what is this piece? And I can find it in every color. I can find it in Vaseline glass. I can find it in the Caribbean tealy blue color. I can find it in moon glow. I mean, I can find it, or the moonstone color. I can find it like in anything except milk glass, and I have one in milk glass. So I don't know if that makes this this piece exceptionally rare, or if you know, my Google skills have escaped me. But this piece is like so stunning, and it's called Beaded Panels, and you can kind of see why. I see the beading here and these little bubbles. For some reason, it reminds me of a sea urchin. But you can see here the little beaded, you know, little beaded pedestal part of the compote, and it's just, it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, extremely excited to have this piece. But now, from what I can tell, it's actually an LG Wright, and LG Wright actually made, well, sold glass, but he had all of his molds made by other companies. So Fenton, in this case Northwoods, Westmoreland, Imperial, they all produce glass for this company using this company's molds, and which I think is fascinating. But look how pretty that piece is. It's so gorgeous. I love this piece, and I don't know enough about it, and I can't find enough about that color. So like I said, I can find it like pretty much any other color. I just can't find it in milk glass, which is really unusual. So I don't know if it's just a weird fluke piece, if it was a piece that they, you know, tried to come out with and decided they didn't like the color, maybe. I don't know. But I love it. So that's Beaded Panel, LG Wright. Next, at that same one, I got a few things. I decided to go with some smaller things because I always have like these big pieces. I don't always have a lot of small things for some reason. But I thought that was darling. Of course, Fenton Hobnail, the ruffle edge. That's just so pretty. And with spring around the corner, all I can think of is putting like little tulips and stuff. Of course, you know, they won't be real because, well, first of all, I kill everything that's real that's a plant. So in the house, I can grow stuff in the garden. I just, for whatever reason, the struggle bus happens in the house. Little basket, isn't that the cutest thing ever? And you know how I collect all my little bunkies, put a little bunkie in there? I just think it's adorable. Of course, more Fenton. And neither of these is marked, which means they're prior 1970, of course. Let's see. What else? Oh, and then I got this one. This one is Westmoreland English Hobnail. Love that. Got lots of compotes this time. Let's see. Oh, and then I got this one, also Fenton. Look how short he is. It's so cute. But also not marked on the bottom, so we know it's prior to 1970. So I love that piece. Oops, bonk. Also found, let's see, this one. Now y'all have seen my bigger panel grape picture, but this is the smaller one. And it's so cute, it's like a little milk pitcher. It's so adorable. It's like, boop, 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 boop. I love it. It's actually about the size of the creamer I'm going to show you here in a second, but I just think it's so cute. It's like an orange juice for one. Like, why would you need this? You just, whatever, but it's so cute. Love that. This as well. And I have one similar to this, but it's actually hand painted on it. But this one is, of course, Westmoreland, and it is, of course, stamped. Not stamped, but marked. So I love that. So pretty. And then lastly, at that one antique shop, we found this piece. Now, y'all remember I did the video on my Westmoreland dolphins that look like fish. Whatever. But I had the candlestick holders, but I didn't have the shell dish that went with them. I do now. In fact, I literally put him in my cabinet so nothing would happen to him, and I didn't even take the string off yet. Ta-da. So that was one of the pieces that we found and that I wanted because it matches my candlestick holders that you guys have seen. And the other video, the videos are all in the 101 milk glass, I think. But isn't it cute? And of course it has that, it's not looking like a dolphin fish thing, but so cute. Look at that shape. I love it. Absolutely love, 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 love. Okay, so there's that. And then this came from like this little, it's a store that sells things that they pick up from estate sale leftovers. And so sometimes things are broken, sometimes things are just kind of like eh. I got 3 things from them. Was it? I gotta think about this. Maybe this one actually, I think this one actually came from them. So this might have been from that, not from the antique mall, but this might have been from the thrift store also, now that I think about it. The brain's a sieve. But, so this, yeah, I'm pretty sure because this one's still dirty. This piece and this Jeanette glass piece came from there. That's what it was. But I got a pair of matching end table lamps as well that are milk glass, and I'll show those at another time. They're in the garage right now, and they're just kind of hard to get to because Roger's gonna rewire them for me. But this is Jeanette glass. I have this in the pink, but I did not have it in the white. So I just thought it was so pretty. Love that. Love, love. So it's got like the little like kind of floral embossing kind of thing at the bottom. I just think they're really pretty. And this one's actually been living on the coffee table, holding like remotes and stuff. So that's what I got from my honey for my birthday. And then my best friend surprised me with milk glass also for my birthday. So she found this for me. Isn't that gorgeous? I can't remember who makes this piece, but oh my gosh, I love it. And like the ring, it's so gorgeous. I almost thought it was Imperial, but I could be wrong because me and the brain. But love it so much. So pretty. So cute. Okay, so there's that piece. And then she also got me a cream and sugar that I didn't have. And they came with saucers. Now, the only thing is that the whites don't actually match and the textures don't actually match. So I don't think the saucers actually go with them, but I have a couple of like bread and butter plates that are the same pattern, and I'm gonna have to research these more because they're not actually marked themselves. And of course, you know how everything is, you find a couple of different sources that tell you a couple of different things, but I love those. And look how big that is. It's like such a nice size on its little pedestal. But it's, so these actually say Archipel, I can't ever say that name. Archipel, is that a place? Archipel, France. And I do have some pieces that are from this company as well, but I don't think these actually go with the cream and sugar. I could be wrong, but everywhere I have looked, they are saucer free. So that's always fun. And you know, and even if they don't go with the you know, the cream and sugar, that's fine because I'm still gonna enjoy them and they still have a home. Oh, and then I have to show you the pièce de résistance, the piece that is probably more than I will ever spend for a milk glass piece, ever. In 1 second, it's the last piece that Roger got for me for my birthday. So, told you I was gonna show you a couple of things that were not birthday related, but right around birthday time. So I got this at the Goodwill here in town. Now, Goodwill in our area has caught on. I think somebody somewhere has been watching a lot of YouTube videos and everybody thrifting things at the different Goodwills because it's gotten a lot harder to find good stuff at Goodwill. It is what it is, at least around here. My odds of finding good pieces not as expensive or very, very inexpensive are still estate sales, garage sales, and then some of the outlying antique malls. It is what it is. But we did find this piece and Roger got it for me, and I do have a couple others. In fact, you can probably see one of them back there somewhere, but another one of these, of course, Anchor Hocking. So there's that. And this was just like a couple dollars at Goodwill. So I picked that up because, you know, I had to. And then I think it was the Saturday before birthday weekend, one of our booth owners, one of the vendors at the shop, her prices are always this side of ridiculous. Like, it's like she looks online and she finds the most expensive price that she can find and then she adds 10%. Bless her. And she's not even going for what it's sold for. She's literally just adding the increase. It's like, oh, I've seen someone asking $300 for this. Yes, they're asking $300, but what did it sell for? Oh, it sold for $50. Do you think they're really gonna get $300 for it? Whatever. But so that's just what it is. But she's doing a half off sale, and so this was still right around where I was just kind of like, but I like it, and I don't have enough like the covered dishes that I like, because I have an idea in my head of an arrangement that I want, and so I've been looking more for covered dishes and compotes. Anyway, it'll all make sense eventually. And so this is Westmoreland. Do I remember the name of the pattern? Nope. Because, you know, nothing in my noggin. But I love this. And for, you know, not everybody's cup of tea is going to be panel grape. I don't mind the grapes. I like the grapes. I like it all. But some people really just don't like the grape patterns. And that's fine, to each their own. So this is lovely. And it's in amazing condition. I mean, you think... The thing that amazes me too when I find milk glass is it fragile? Well, yeah, it's glass, but it's obviously sturdy enough that a lot of my pieces are from like the 50s and 60s, and I have a couple of pieces, and I don't have a ton, but I do have some pieces from the late 1800s, and I always think these were pieces that were made like over 100 years ago in some cases, and they're still pristine. Like, I'm just amazed by that. Like the amount of talent and just however they made the glass, and it's still like beautiful. So that's my thing. But anyhow, so yeah, beautiful, beautiful. This is my last Fenton piece. I'm gonna have to redo my Fenton video, I think, because I have added so many pieces of Fenton in the last year that my Fenton video is no longer complete. And I keep pushing back the Westmoreland video because I keep adding more Westmoreland. I need to stop. But anywho, so here's my last Fenton piece, and this was not birthday related, but in the town that my best friend lives in, they have an antique shop there, and she found this, and she sent me a picture of the milk glass they had, and she said, is there anything you're interested in? And I was hoping that we would have a chance to run down there, but she lives like 45 minutes away, and we just never have time to, you know, to catch up or to meet up or to go shopping together. Anyway, I digress. So she had sent me pictures from this antique shop where she's at, and this was on the shelf, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that piece. And so it was one of the things I had pinned on Pinterest, so of course, you know, it just had to come home. And so she picked it up for me, and I paid for it, but isn't that gorgeous? And it's got the butterfly. It's so cute. And again, if you're not a panel grape lover, Fenton's got you, okay? It's just, it's literally the cutest thing. Oh, and then when she showed it to me, I went to show it to my husband, and I almost dropped the lid. Let me tell you, I don't move terribly fast on the regular, but I was gonna drop it like it was hot to grab this before it hit the ground. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. So pretty. And again, not marked, so prior to 1970. Okay. Lastly, this is the piece. Pardon me 1 second. Okay. Saw this and went up to the counter and I asked. Now, in our antique shop, it doesn't matter what the price of something is. We will call the booth owner and ask them if they would be willing to take a price cut. Because a sale is better than no sale. At this particular antique mall, the woman was very snooty, and I'd had her open the case for me. They had some cases up front, so that I was looking at some Toby jugs for Roger, and he just wasn't interested. First of all, they were way overpriced, and secondly, he didn't want them. But anyhow, so she opened the case up, and we're just kind of like, no thanks. And then we proceeded around the store, and Roger found this piece, and he asked me if I had. He's like, well, I know you don't have this piece, because we looked at several others, and of course I have so much. And he pointed out, and I was like, ugh. I really want. And then I saw the price, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm not paying that much. I'm just not. So I went up front with it, and I asked her, I said, do you think they'll take a little off? And she's like, we don't call for anything less than $50. And I was like, seriously? I was like, well, then y'all can keep it and stuff it up your butt. And I took it back. And we looked at some other pieces, and then Roger said, do you like that piece? And I said, I do. And he's like, do you love that piece? And I said, I do. Because I have a cream and sugar that match. And he was like, then get it. And I said, no. And he said, get it. And so we got it. This is the piece that, yeah, I really don't think I will ever go back to that antique mall because, yeah. But this is the piece that I got, and it's the only piece I got. Westmoreland, of course, cherries with a thumbprint top. So I think this is like paneled cherries with thumbprint top or something like that, but it's gorgeous. It is heavy. I don't know what you could store in it that you could actually move it around once you had it stored in there though, because it's so stinking heavy. It's supposed to be a biscuit canister, but if we can ever get moved into a house a little bit bigger than this one, I would love to use this for like a sugar to keep on the counter. Even though Roger and I are eating sugar right now, but it's marked right there. And she's gorgeous and she's perfect. And she was the filthiest thing y'all have ever seen. Let me tell you, she was like the stepchild dirty. She was so dirty. And it was really kind of sad. It's like this gorgeous piece and they never bothered to dust. It's amazing. Now granted, Oklahoma's dusty. I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying. So the cream and sugar I have, they match to an extent. Because this is the Westmoreland. Let me see if you guys can see it a little better. And I'm sorry if the lighting is wonky. My ring light won't work. I don't know what's going on with it. And then the other light that I normally use, Jai has in their room because they use it for when they put their makeup on, even though their makeup mirror has a light. Teenagers. So anyway, so this is the creamer, and then of course the sugar matches. So one side is the cherries, and then one side is grape. But I love this, and I thought, hang on a second, I'm gonna see if we can do this together. I'm gonna take the lid off though, because this was my order. Like, look how pretty that would look, just like sitting on the counter. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that so much. I love it so much. I need to love milk glass less. That's all there is to it. But anywho, so beautiful. Until I rearrange my cabinet though, it's been living on my dresser because I don't know what to do with it. I've got too much. So, oh, did I show you this piece? I don't know if I showed you this piece. I kept looking at it thinking I was gonna show you guys and then I kept forgetting. I haven't found this one yet, so if y'all know, let me know. So I lied. The pièce de resistance was not the last piece. I messed that up, didn't I? Oh well. It's me. Okay, so it looks like it's very nonchalant from the front. Kind of, I mean, when it's sitting there, it's kind of plain. But then there's all this stuff going on in the back, and it's gorgeous. And then when you hold it up, can you see that? You can kind of see the design through the glass. I don't know, can you see that? I can see it. But it's beautiful. It's so pretty. I'm gonna have to take you guys actually thrifting with me so you guys can actually see all the different things that I see all the time that make me go and give me like little mini strokes because they're so exciting. So is that everything? I think that is finally everything. So yeah, it was a really good birthday. Clearly. What else? Is there anything else? No, I think that's pretty much does it. So, if you like these kinds of videos, if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I try to upload as often as I can. I was going for weekly and I was doing pretty good with that. And then my job changed my schedule. And then life happened. So, let me know down below if there's anything else you guys would like to see. If you guys would be into going shopping with me, let me know. I know there's a lot of channels that do that, but I don't know how many of them do it from Oklahoma City perspective. And we do have a lot of antique shops. Yeah, I think I've said too many times in this video already. So again, if you like these kinds of videos, like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you guys enjoyed my birthday haul. It's not every year you turn 48, you know? So I felt like we definitely kicked it in high style. So thank you guys so much for being here, and until next time, remember to collect what you love and love what you collect, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.